Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit and Aloha Friday. I hope you guys are doing really good. Love your Island Turtle and Clyde too. Thank you. Sorry I'm a little late. Clyde needed my attention, so you know how that goes. He was begging for food, but he already had food, and he's just been a little extra picky lately. And so I was like just trying to like ride it out, like you would do with a child, right? And he was not having it, so I had to just give in and give him what he was asking for. But anyway, hi guys. For the video's frozen. Nope. Wait, has she started yet? Want to make sure I'm not tripping. Just you can go out and come back in or refresh it. Like I don't know what kind of device you're using. If it's kind of glitchy on your end. I don't think she's here yet. No, I'm here, guys. I'm here. Wait, so okay, is it glitching out for everyone? No, there she is. Oh shoot. Hmm. Oh, here we go. I had to close and reopen. Okay, if it's glitchy, just close out and reopen. All good. I see you. Looking forward. Hope everyone's doing good as my daughter currently uses me as a drum kit. That's kind of cute. We see you now. Okay, good, good, good. You see me? You see me? Okay. As you can tell, my sleep and everything has been kind of just from the dark circles and puffy eyes I got going on here. I don't know if you guys have already been feeling the energy of the full moon. I feel like I have been feeling it for sure. But just trying to like ride the waves as best I can. I will be live tomorrow on Patreon at about 2 p.m. Pacific to do the live hangout for the full moon Aquarius. Just for those who are curious. And if you are new, the way that this works, we just kind of hang out on Friday morning, afternoon-ish, whatever. We hang out, we pull cards, we talk a little bit. So that's just kind of what the Aloha Friday is all about. Mm. Mm. I also tried I tried making my own like homemade golden milk latte, and I haven't tasted it yet, but the foam is like almost too much. Let's see how it goes. Mm. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Might do a different milk base next time. Sorry, yeah, it's been an enlightening few days. Oh my God, right? Hasn't it? Hasn't it? And I've also been on this like prolonged, like progressively slow, like getting rid of things and packing things. And it's like I've intentionally made it like baby steps so I'm not like overwhelmed by it. But I did a huge batch like maybe about a week ago or just less than a week ago. I feel like it was less than a week ago. And I just had that feeling of like, oh, I just shifted a lot of energy. Like I could feel it in my body. Like I just emotionally shifted a lot of energy by doing that. And so um, I have also been the last few days kind of riding the waves of those emotions too. Also why my eyes are all like this. So yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week. It feels awesome to clean and get rid of stuff. It does. It really, really does. Like my place looks so like half empty right now. Like there's some like areas in my home that are just like nothing, and then there's still some that's still very like much intact. I just organized all my craft stuff and it feels so much better. Yeah. Me too. I've been shedding lots of papers from the last 20 years. Oh my God. Yeah, I've even been debating like because I put stuff in, oh my God, I can't talk. That's your thing too. I still got some of this stuff going on, so bear with me. Um, I had put some stuff in storage, and the last time I was in there, I was like, if it's going in storage, does that mean I don't need it? And then there was that thought of like, oh, but some of this stuff is like nostalgic, and would I really want to even get rid of that? Like just because I don't technically need it? Like, you know what I mean? It's like I feel like there's also a line between you know, not having material things because it's, just best spiritually, energetically, whatever, or it's just more minimalist lifestyle. And also like I think it's okay to have some joy from certain items too. Like I think that's okay. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The storage dilemma. Yeah, I'm just doing that right now to keep things organized because I have my storage unit everything on one side is like the remnants of like things that I do need to just like donate or whatever, but a lot of them are like boxes and bins. And so I'm also like waiting to see if I actually need them like in my potential moving process, right? And then the other half is like nostalgic things or things that I have like already packed, like ready to go. And in my apartment, it's like I'm just trying to keep it more like things that I wouldn't mind traveling with. Is kind of how I'm keeping my apartment right now. But it's still a process. I'm still like doing little bits here and there. But yeah, when I was in there, I was just looking at everything and it was like, I don't know, just thinking about it, but also, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with having joy from having certain things. Like, I really don't. Decluttering and selling some of my clothes and items to thrift shops. Nice. I've decided to keep some nostalgic stuff too. It helps in the letting go process, not so strict and hard. Yeah, and it's like the other thing is, like, maybe those things are something that can actually be nice to hold on to, like, for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, things that are priceless, you know? For, like, I'm trying to think of an example. Let me think of an example. Uh, like I played ultimate frisbee for a few years when I was in undergrad. Oh my god. Oh, so much of this stuff going on. Even Clyde's allergies have been bothering him a lot. So there's just been a lot of this stuff. But anyway, so I played ultimate frisbee for a while when I was an undergrad, and it's something that I actually thought I would never do, and then I did it for almost the entire time I was in college. And it's like I still have my old jerseys and things like that, and it's like I could toss those, but also I don't know. That's kind of a cool little memento that like really cannot be replaced, you know? I give myself 2 years. If I haven't used it by then, it goes. But there's also like baby things and stuff like that too that I'm just like, yeah, I don't see why I would or could get rid of that, you know? Last time I moved, I was so happy to be able to separate from some items without guilt. Felt awesome. Well, that's good. Yeah. Yes, that last 20 years, I have shed a lot of stuff, cycles, me too, Ultimate University. I was never a sports person, but it was casual enough. We were like, we like, um, we weren't very casual about it. I was trying to think of the right words. And to be honest, I didn't know if I would stick with the team because it was like, I literally, after the first practice, I was like, I'm not built for this. It's just like, I am not physically built for this because it's just like a shit ton of running, and I am not a runner at all. And I only did it because a friend of mine was really encouraging me to. So I didn't have any kind of background in like track or running or whatever. That was so not my thing. So it was a personal challenge for me to even stick with it. And so the fact that I like stuck with it as like for even like more than a couple practices, and then I stuck out a whole season, and then I stuck out 4 years. It was like, oh, you know, uh, we all have all we need. We do, we do. Did anyone else have a Quidditch team? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. We didn't, at least at the time I was an undergrad, which was a while ago. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's like, it's kind of crazy to me just like how fast time can really go, right? It's like that phase of my life was like, where are we? 2024? Wait. No way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I doing math right? Wait. 2024. Wow. Like just over 15 years ago? Like, blow my mind. But anyway, it's been a really crazy week energetically and really good, I think, for most people. I think most people have done really, really well in these energies. Um, And we do have that full moon coming up right around the corner, which I've been talking about for months. And I mean, it's here. We're already in the energy. We're already in the energy. It is a super moon as well. So it's like the intensity is really present. And you guys have heard me speak on being in the observer state before, like holding center. It's going to be really important with this full moon. And if anything, you might even come to realize what that means for you personally, or how to like experience that for you personally when this full moon comes to pass. That Tuesday was something. I can't even remember Tuesday. I can't even, I'm like, I'm in such like a weird bubble, like with myself, just speaking honestly. So if it seems like my energy is also off, that's also why. I can't even remember Monday or Tuesday, or even what, I can barely remember yesterday. I just like, I've had some really nice revelations about myself and my healing journey. It's been better than it did. Nice, 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 nice. It's been a very weird, especially the last 3 days. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. But I do have a deck out here, so we can go ahead and pull some cards. I'll just try to remember the 10-minute mark because I didn't think to bring my little um, notepad out here, which I've been trying to be diligent about. I do have my journal, but I don't want to write anything like that in my journal. I've been in my own bubble cleaning out closets and getting rid of clutter. Hey, just jumped on, my sibling just moved out 30 minutes ago. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure that's a little sad. Also, like, I'm sure you're happy for them, but still, it's like you got to have some bonding time, you know? Also dreams. I don't know if hey, Clyde. Yeah, the Clydester. He was being real destructive to get my attention. Um, but dreams. I don't know how dreams have been for you guys, but the dream space for me has been, it's been very eye-opening. It's been very eye-opening. And I actually had one, not last night, but the night before, that brought me back to a dream I had in May. And May was a really significant month for me. But it was just crazy because it's like, thank God I keep a journal. And also I recommend people keep journals, or at least a dream journal. You would be shocked, for those who don't, you would be shocked at like how there's so many things that come through in dream time, or even like synchronicities and what have you, that are always coming full circle with things that you have been going through for months, for years. And sometimes if you take the time to like really sit down and like go through it, right? And even go through like what you have already like what you've already written, you'd just be amazed. And I had one of those moments yesterday. Anyway, focusing on the collective. So when we pull cards and do channelings for Aloha Friday, just to, you know, for those who are new, you can treat it as a timeless reading. You can treat it as a check-in. You can treat it as a weekend reading. What I'm really doing right now is just tuning into the present moment for the collective. That's what I am doing for those who are curious. Dream time has been rough for me. There's been so much happening in dream time, and I think that's also why I'm like exhausted, because like I haven't been sleeping consistently, but then I've had like a couple nights where I've slept pretty good, but it's also like, why am I still so exhausted? It's because there's a lot going on, you know? Mercury was retrograde in my 12th house, so yeah, dreams were loud. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm so sure. I'm sure. Mercury's been going through my 3rd house, which has manifested in a way that I did not anticipate. It made sense. It's making sense, but it's just a little surprising. Okay. Tuning into the collective, please. Tuning into the collective. Any messages or insights for the collective? A Dolphin keeps coming up like really strongly. Dolphin and Kunzite. So maybe some guys are working with Kunzite. This is definitely like heart-centered related, but Dolphin is a very playful energy. Dolphin's like very play-oriented, sensual, sexual, even intellectual and telepathic, but they have this like childlike brightness about them. And I can feel this call to just like be a little wild and be a little free. I can feel that. But with the fact that they're bringing up Kunzite, feels like the heart needs to be freed in order to do that. But it's like the way they're showing that to me is weird. Because like energetically, it feels like almost like opening up like a little door, like a little door to the heart. But I also feel very like surrounded. Yeah. Like very safe and very contained, but it's like what a what's that word? Paradox. Thank you. It's like there's a word for this. What a paradox though, right? It's like, how can you be like free and open but then so contained, right? Mm, mm, mm. New source of enjoyment, new source. I'm hearing new source. That's just what keeps coming through. New source, new source. A new source for the heart, a new source for her joy, a new source for, yeah, I'm like entertainment. I like a new source or a new way of being in that playful energy. feel like there's also a perceptional shift with that. Like something is working really differently here, or we're being asked to work very differently with our heart and with our sense of play. Oh my God, this card's been coming out for everybody. Realization. By the way, I'm using, didn't even tell you guys, I'm using the Power of Elements Oracle. I feel like I've seen this card so much between the weeklies and the sign readings. Realizations. Feel your emotions as they rise. I feel like this even came out last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I keep getting Kunzite over and over and over and over. Some of you may be also working with like light pinks or like light purples, lavender. Maybe even you're working with like the lavender herb, because that's also coming through as well. Excuse me. But this is definitely referencing what I just got really dizzy. This is definitely referencing what I was getting about the heart space though, right? It's like when you're really in tune with your heart, you're aware of what's going on in there, right? And as emotions flow and rise, that indicates an open heart. When we're not letting emotions flow, things are kind of like closed off, shut down, right? Yeah. Could just be a heart clearing for some of you. I feel like there's a deeper pattern going on here though. I can feel a deeper pattern. Can I get one more? I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I swear this one came out too very recently. We have Inner Secrets. All of you is worthy. Yeah. So not all of you might resonate with this. Maybe only a group of you who really needs to hear this. And I feel like this is stuff I've spoken on so much in the last couple weeks, months. I feel like this is also something that comes up a lot repetitively with the collective. But yeah, it's opening the heart. That's what it is. Is what it is. It's opening the heart. And when I felt deeper patterns, and this card came out, Inner Secrets, and it's also a card of worthiness, but it's also about what are you keeping like so deeply buried even from yourself. Like what are you afraid to look at? What are you afraid to really allow yourself to feel or allow yourself to flow through you? And some of you also would benefit from practicing forgiveness, which forgiveness is really just making peace with your pain. It's making peace with your grief, right? Making peace with your resentment and not allowing yourself to harbor anything anymore, right? It's allowing yourself to move on. It's allowing yourself freedom from that, because it's like when we hold on to stuff like that, it really creates this emotional prison, even if we don't think it is, but it totally is. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Also, I'm getting dragon. Wait, whoa. Are these different groups? Oh, okay. Oh shit, we're doing groups today? I was not prepared. Hold on, guys. I don't want to write in my journal. I'm looking around at what I have. I like literally, I don't know if a tissue would work. Hold on a second. Oh, you know what? Not too bad, actually. I can't believe we're doing groups today. I'm just a little surprised. But you know what? We're doing it, so I guess we're rolling. We're rolling. Trying hard to make peace with the passing of my dad last month. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, stars. I'm sorry. My condolences. That's a hard one. Losing parents is hard. I think anyone can attest to that here, who has gone through that or even like witnessed people going through that. Yeah, losing parents and children and pets. I think those are the top three. I think I guess partner should probably be in there too. To death, right? To transitioning. I think those are the hardest ones. I'm sorry. But let's progress here. I don't want to do groups simultaneously. I want to go one by one. So, okay, hold on a second. I'm just writing little titles here. Group 2 is going to be real interesting. Kunzite and Dolphin for group 1. And you know what? So right before I started recording, this wave of like rage came through me, and I was like, what is this? Because I've been very like, that's where my energy's been, like that. So for that to come through, I was just really taken aback, and I knew it had to do with the collective. So I'm wondering if that's actually one of the groups. But let's continue with group one, okay? With realization and inner secrets. Um, let's pull from another deck here for you guys, okay? You're just feeling things out. We're actually going to go with the animals, since animals seem to be coming up a lot today. Okay. Yeah, group one, I just feel deep grief here with group one. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, so I can already tell we're going to have some overlap with the groups. So some of you may resonate with more than one. Tarantula and lion coming out here. And it's like before, right? But you watched it happen. It's like I literally said deep grief, and then these came out, which is something that you probably wouldn't have expected. But I feel like deep grief is getting in the way of this. I feel like it's part of the tension here. Tarantula, for those who are not familiar, is kind of a tense energy. Like even like look at the card, right? It's very like it's very on edge. Lion is King of Wands energy. Lion is very much the mastery of fire and mastery of how to exercise your own energy and how to maintain your own energy. Even when it's like talking about creativity or passion or physical vitality, right? Mastery of timing your moves and your actions is the lion. And it feels like group one, oh, oh, I just, oh, I can just feel it. No wonder Kunzite was coming up for you guys. There's so much of a call to get in this energy, lion, but I almost feel like you're blocked from it. Or it's just you're finding it very difficult because there's something else pulling on you, creating this tension, and it's grief. It's actually just like deep, deep grief. I feel like this is why these cards were coming up. There's something you got to make peace with. There's something you got to make peace with that literally creates a conflict with your ability to be a King of Wands, with your ability to feel motivated to take action. Some of you, this is like straight up depression, okay? But yeah, that's what I'm getting with you guys. Some of you are feeling pressed for time. I'm also getting that too. Like there's a pressure to act. I gotta be honest, some of you almost feel paralyzed. You can feel this pressure to act, maybe even a pressure to create and produce. Some of you, that's like almost like oh, I don't want, you know, like this, like walking a line a little bit of doing something because you feel called to, or wanting to create something because you feel called to, wanting to take action because you feel called to, and doing something for the sake of doing it, right? The distortion of doing and not being. So something, guys, there's a little bit of that going on here. But I can feel it. You feel a little paralyzed. Oh, group one. I just want to give you guys a big hug. Oh, this paralysis is crazy. I'm just gonna go straight into tarot. Yeah, I can feel it. It's like there's a lack of vitality, there's a lack of motivation, a lack of ambition, even. Some of you are struggling with desire. Yeah, this feels like depression. But it's like it's being suffocated or like crushed by grief is what that feels like. Some may feel like you got no gas left in the tank. Oh, I want to give you guys a hug so bad. It's interesting too because Dolphin is like so different than like the lion energy, because it's almost like lion is more like Big Papa and Dolphin's like the frolicking wild child. I think Dolphin would actually help you to balance out whatever this grief is, or to deal with this grief, so you can, oh, excuse me, so you can embrace the lion a little bit more. The group 2, wait your turn. I can feel you guys. Wow. It's exactly what I've been saying. 8 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the King of Wands literally showing up here for you guys. 8 of Swords is fear. It's fear, it's anxiety, it's illusions, it's projections. It can keep us really like trapped in a mindset. And it's grief right there, right smack dab in the middle. And then we have the King of Wands energy that, again, I feel like is just kind of being stifled here. Even when I tune into it, it's almost like, even if you let yourself entertain that energy, it feels very mental. I think you're also very much up here. Also would explain why there's a lot going on in the heart space that you're having trouble moving through. If you were to also take time to like get deep in your body, you could move a lot of this energy. Because I was like, with this King of Wands energy, if you allow yourself to entertain it like in thought, which is how it was coming through, like considering doing something, considering making something, producing something, invest, like considering taking action in some way, it's almost like suddenly there's just this massive resistance, like you hit a massive wall of resistance, but it feels very mental, but it's fueled by grief. It's fueled by grief. I kind of want to get a little bit of cards on my grief here. I can't believe those cards came out like that. Can you clear for the 5 of Cups, please? Yeah, you're having a lot of trouble seeing what's even available to you for you to exercise that energy, because King of Wands is a very like working and externally, like it's, well, that's what masculine energy is, but it's very much like getting in the mix and getting your hands a little, not dirty, but getting active, getting proactive, right? It's like your own grief is blinding you from even seeing, yeah, the options available and how to exercise that. You guys need a hug. Can we clarify the 5 of Cups, please? This feels very deeply buried. Because I feel like I'm following a breadcrumb trail, and I'm like, oh, where are we going? Where are we going, group 1? Where are we going? I feel like where you're going to find the most balance is almost like, so just hang in there with me with the metaphor, is in this kind of like openness, right? There's flow, but there's other elements kind of going on, and there's clear skies of sorts, but the breadcrumb trail I'm following, it's going here into some sort of deep cave. Yeah, that 5 of Cups is it's got deep roots. It's got deep roots. That's what we'll say. It's got deep roots. Tell me about the 5 of Cups, please, for group 1. Jeez. 6 of Wands coming out. Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Why would you have grief about this? Oh, because you feel like you're not experiencing this. That's what it is. You feel like you're missing out on this. That's where this grief is coming from. So there's a lot of ways this kind of energy can manifest. But yeah, that's exactly what this is. Like, this is clarifying the grief. You just feel like you're not having this. Like 6 of Wands is victory and recognition and accolades and people praising you and giving, praising you and being around and witnessing you in your triumph. Ace of Pentacles is usually a newfound sense of stability. Usually can also be like a lump sum of money, but I'm getting it's like a confidence thing here too. But then King of Cups is a very loving energy, and it is very solid in your like emotional regulation. But some of you, this is even translating to wanting to have opportunities with people like on this kind of level, especially with the 6 of Wands being there, because 6 of Wands implies that it's being witnessed or observed in some way by another person or people around you. You feel like you're not having some sort of like new beginning or some sort of like happy, joyous, stable, victorious life or cycle or path. You feel like it's not happening. I think it's very much available to you, but this grief that you have is entangled in a mindset, in fear and a mindset. Okay. So this entanglement of grief of what you think is not happening for you or what is not available to you, and the mindset and fear that's perpetuating it is making you blind to seeing how you can even have it at all. But it's like, where's your faith? Your faith is not here. Your faith is not here. You need to see the illusion for what it is. And that might be really hard. Because I keep hearing the grief has deep roots, the grief has deep roots, the grief has deep roots. So the fact that you want this and you feel like you don't have it may be wrapped up in long cycles or a long-term pattern where this has been void or lacking in your life in some way, shape, or form. Or maybe even feeling like you're not capable of having this, or it just is never going to be available to you, or it's never going to happen for you. Watch your, I want to say mastery of mind is going to be good for you here too. But when it comes down to it, if you just get honest with yourself about that, you can start to see the illusion for what it is, right? Wow. Okay, group one. Okay, okay. Let's move on to group two, because that dragon energy I'm feeling is very impatient. Wait, where did the animals go? Oh, there they went. Okay. Suddenly, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of an allergy flare. That's also why I made this today. I was hoping it would help with just like inflammation. Okay, group two. Feeling a little huffy puffy energy from you guys, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, we'll just do 32 minutes. That works. Okay. Oh, wow. That reading was 22 minutes. All right. Oh, group two. Yeah, I just feel a very huffy puffy dragon. It's like, I can't get off of that feeling. Huffy puffy dragon. It's like literally all I want to say. It's a huffy puffy dragon. Okay. What's going on with this dragon energy? Yeah, this feels like irritation and annoyance. You may be in your shadow, which is not always bad. Okay. It's not always bad. It's actually interesting. So I was sitting in ceremony last night. Yeah, last night. Which anyway, you guys don't even know about that. So anyway, I was in ceremony and oh no, they're like, yeah, no. Okay, never mind. I can't talk about it. Never mind. Sometimes we need to be in our shadows. Sometimes we need to. Sometimes it's very necessary. And yeah, group two, I do. I feel like you're in your shadow right now. Not triggered. You're just in your shadow. What's going on with group two? Ruffy Puffy. I watched a super famous Mexican soap opera. I had seen it as a child, and oh my fucking god, so much violence. No wonder people were so reactive as I grew up. It's interesting you say that. I started watching Pleasantville last night, and I made it maybe 15 minutes and I couldn't watch it anymore. And if you've never seen Pleasantville, so that came out in like the late 90s, I think. But I loved it when it came out. I loved it. I thought it was a cool concept, but I'm watching it and I'm just disturbed, just energetically disturbed. Just like the level of distortion that was going on. And even like, as sensitive as I am now, like watching some of the scenes with some of the actors, like seeing into like more of just who they are and their actual energy. And it was like, ew. Really one in particular. But yeah. It is a good concept, but man, how things change, right? Anyway, group two. Yeah, it's interesting. This dragon feels like it's just kind of sitting there. This could even be like a dragon you work with or your own dragon energy. Again, I do feel like you're just needing to be in your shadow or like work your shadow energy for some specific reason. But it feels like it's just lying in wait for the right moment. Group two. I mean, a lot of fire. It's like, yeah, it's just like something feels very hot. I don't know how else to say that. Like I feel like I'm needing to breathe a lot through this energy to like dissipate it, to like vent it, to vent out. Yeah, this must be anger. It's irritation. Anything for group 2? Anything else for group 2? I'm hearing it's all about the choices. Really? So you guys have power of love, share your love, and then make changes. Do all you can to be all you are. Yeah, group 2, I can't get away from this feeling of just irritation and anger that you're working in right now. Probably also why this card is coming out as a reminder, as a little bit of a gentle reminder. Okay? Again, I'm going to say it again. Power of love, share your love. Oh, I just like want to transmute this. Okay, I just want to transmute all of this. You don't want to. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. So, seems like we have a theme for today. The theme being resistance. So for group 1, their grief was creating a resistance for them. Group 2, your anger is creating a resistance, which anger is also just another form of grief. So maybe this is just how it's manifesting for you, but you don't want to be sharing yourself right now. You don't want to be, you're just not in that warm and fuzzy state. You're not, you're actually irritated. And then next to it, with making changes, do all you can to be all you are. Group 2, I feel like you're in a place where you are actually very focused on you and you're very focused on your goals. I'm not going to say selfish because you're just at where you're at. But the word selfish is coming through. So maybe someone might be accusing you of being selfish. We go through years of selfishness. Like, how do I want to say? Like 20s, like your 20s are like some of your most selfish years because it's when you're figuring out yourself, you're figuring out your life, you're figuring out what you're going to do with your life, you know, things like that. And as you get older into like your 40s and your 50s, most people at that point have people they need to take care of, like ailing parents or kids or nieces, nephews, or whatever, or maybe they manage people at work, right? There's just a lot more responsibility that we attain throughout our life that forces us to be less selfish. And I feel like I'm speaking to a group where you're just in a selfish period, where again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's an encouragement to not be as much. To not be as much. Interesting. Let's pull some animal cards for you guys. What is a Huffy Puffy dragon? Like, Huffy Puffy. Started taking deep breaths right before you mentioned the breathing. Yeah, I was like, it's like, let's transmute this. Let's breathe this out. Let's chillax. Yeah, it's a very like agitated energy. It's a very agitated, charged energy. Group 2 is very real. Yeah. You are so resistant to that power of love card. I can feel it. Use the persuasion of dragon. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Tell me more about what's going on for group 2. Yeah, I'm hearing soften, 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 soften. Less serious, less serious, less serious. Interesting. So we have bat coming out for group 2, indicating a time of transition. So group 2, this might also be why you're feeling so, because you may be going through it right now. Some things may be up in the air for you right now, and you're feeling a need to be very focused on yourself. I keep feeling like you don't want to share with anyone right now. That's honestly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a very like, I am focused. I am busy. I know what I want, and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to share. There may be a little bit of insecurity stuff going on here, like scarcity mindset kind of a thing. And I feel like more in like the material realm, it's like something about your personal foundation feels like it's been very shaky or has been shifting on you. Maybe you've even been intentionally shifting it, but I feel like there's a component of feeling out of control. Yeah, like something's out of your control in this, which is also why you're feeling less inclined to share or to be in the power of love. Because right now you're just like, I need to be okay. I need to focus on my shit. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So now we have elk coming out here. This is a bit of a divine masculine energy. Ultimate protector, provider, kind of like an emperor meets king of pentacles is what the elk is. But usually the elk has a lot of integrity and everybody looks up to the elk. I feel like that's what you're striving for. I feel like you're trying to seek out how to embody the elk for yourself. But you're in your dragon right now. But you're in your shadow. Elk is not shadow. Well, I shouldn't say that. Every animal has a shadow. Everything has a shadow, right? But if you're so deep in your dragon shadowiness, how do you find your way to the elk? The elk is much more leaning towards the other side of the polarity, right? Elk actually shows up for others, not just for themselves. So this is interesting because even what I said before, it's like you're going through a selfish period, but we have that in life. Everybody has that in life. And as we get older, we need to become less selfish. It's just kind of innately what happens just as we mature and as we start to deepen certain things in our life and we start to really realize some people do need us, right? It's like we just kind of end up needing to be less selfish. And the elk is definitely less selfish than a dragon. You're resisting exactly what it is that is required of you to continue through this transition and make it through the other side, which is to be less selfish and less self-involved. And I know these words can be kind of triggering, right? It's not meant to be triggering. Being self-involved or being, again, selfish is not always a bad thing. But it seems like you've had your time at it, and for whatever transition you're moving through, it's requiring you to be less of that, to consider others more, to take into account other people more, maybe even to rise up on behalf of other people. Some of you, it's more like that. Some of you, it's to rise up on behalf of other people. I want to get a third one for you guys, and then we'll get into tarot. Can I get one more for group 2, please? I can feel group 3. So I've noticed, like, when I start to feel the next group coming in, that sometimes it can indicate like where there's an overlap happening in certain group to group stuff. Just letting you guys know. Anyway, can I get a third card for group 2, please? Oh. Oh. Phoenix. Root chakra, but also indicates a phoenix rising, if you will. Yeah, group 2, you want to make it through this transition? You absolutely can, but it's going to require you to stop resisting that. It's going to require you to stop resisting taking into account other people or rising up on behalf of other people, etc., etc., etc. It's time to be less focused on self. And I get it, especially I can feel the foundational stuff. I get it. Sometimes we feel like we need to like get like everything perfectly in order before we like deal with other changes or even like shift of how we're focused on certain things. So do what you got to do, but you have to stop resisting that. All right, let's get into tarot. I keep trying to like group three, calm it down. Group three's got a lot of blue around them, like dark, deep, like royal blue going on around them. Very oceanic, but I'm focusing on group two here. Focus on group two. Okay. Interesting. Seven of Cups. Sometimes Seven of Cups can indicate confusion, overwhelm, delusion. Also can indicate options. Also can indicate options. I feel like there are actually avenues. I feel like there are multiple avenues for you, group two, to learn, to try, to attempt, to embrace that. Oh, but then there's a resistance that's also making it murky. But then the resistance makes it murky. Okay. I feel like those cups are people. I feel like this is relationship based. I feel like there are people in your reality around you where these are opportunities for you to learn to do this. But again, the resistance just like makes it uncertain and also makes you feel like I'm not doing that. That doesn't look right. Da 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 da. Anything else for group two? It's pretty clear. It is pretty clear. Oh, Knight of Cups and the Sun. Knight of Cups, open, vulnerable, emotionally competent towards other people. Share the love, power of love, and into the sun, a new cycle and a new beginning. Also indicated by the Phoenix. You want out of this transition? You want to be on the other side? It's time. I think this is also where it ties into group one about like the opening the heart sort of stuff here. It's time. Stop being so stubborn. Get out of that dragon energy and start feeling out the elk, okay, and what that feels like for you personally. But it's pretty clear. And pretty clear. Yeah, actually, I don't even think there's any need to, there's no need to pull any other cards. This is just super obvious. Okay. All right, group three with all the blue. It's fun, I'm even using a blue pen. Okay. And again, you may resonate with more than one of these groups, may even resonate with all three on a certain level here. We have a very complex full moon coming up here. Hold on. We have a very complex, we have a very complex full moon. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. That grand fixed cross makes it very complex. If you can harmonize the polarity of all the elements, you'll be fine. I know it sounds like a tall order, but that's holding center, right? That's holding center, that's holding onto you. We also have Jupiter square Saturn, which I've been talking about forever, and that's peaking, and that can create a high level of tension and restriction. And then we have Venus opposing Saturn, which can create a feeling of loneliness, actually, and wanting to connect and wanting to cultivate relationship even, or even just to cultivate and create, because that's also what Venus is about, also being in Virgo. Opposing Saturn and Pisces, where Saturn's like, it's time to sit your butt down and be alone for a hot minute, you know? Very complex. Very complex. But let's get into group three. With all this blue. Oh, you guys got the wolf. God, the wolf is coming up everywhere. Specifically, I don't even know if it exists in nature, but they're showing it to me as a white wolf for group three. Okay. All right, group three, what's up? What is up with you? Hold on a second. What is that? Oh, hair. Okay. Oh, group three. Azurite might be really good for you guys. That deep blue, I just can't get away from that really deep blue. Apatite might be very good as well. Blue calcite might be very good. It feels so ocean though, even though it's also coming through with the wolf. It feels very ocean to me. Actually, I would almost say you guys are in King of Cups energy. It's also, this is very interesting symbology. It keeps coming through. King of Cups, I'm getting like Pisces, Neptune, deep, deep blues, like vastness of the ocean, vast awareness of self and others. It feels like group 3 is in a very intuitive place, a very like high priest, high priestess sort of a place. Instincts are on point. Thank you. Instincts and intuition are very on point for group 3. But there's something like deeply vast going on with you guys that I can't get away from this. Like, I feel like you're literally the ocean itself. Hold on. Okay. I feel like you're like are you holding space? Is that why you feel it? Oh, that's probably why you feel like this. I think a lot of you are holding space. Okay. You could be holding space for yourself, for someone you care about, and for my mystics out there, you could be holding space for the collective, but it feels like you're in this elder position holding space, no matter what your age is. Grow and fulfill. Acknowledge the energy that feeds you. I love this. I keep feeling like you're in a place of, it's not quite stillness, but that's like the best word for it. Because I don't feel like you're perfectly like still, but your energy just feels very, it's such a paradox, fluid and solid at the same time, like the ocean, right? Like the ocean is perfectly fluid and constantly moves and shifts and is like this like crazy vast like part of the earth, but it never wavers either, right? It never wavers either. It's perfectly solid in what it is. Like, that's how I would describe you, which is why you feel like the ocean. But anyway, I love that this card is coming out for you because it is talking about how you are discerning and navigating what supports you. And you do feel very supported. Like, if anything, I feel like you are actually holding center better than the other groups that we have been reading for today. You have found how to hold your center. You have found it and you have found how to hold it. And you're just aware. You're just aware of that. And you're just doing your thing. Can I get one more, please, for group 3? Oh yeah, you totally have. Water. Oh look, ocean. You are safe. Share your true self. Also, why I think we have some blue crystals coming through. There could be time to express something, communicate something. But yeah, you're holding yourself very well. You're holding your center very well. So congrats. Congrats on that. Yeah, that expression component. There's going to be a moment and you'll know when it happens, and maybe you've been pensive about it, but this is also why I feel like you're holding center really well and you're just kind of navigating the energies and you're like, you're reading everything. Like you're in tune. There's going to be a moment and you will know when the moment happens, when it is time to share something or act on something or express something here. Let's get the edibles out here. Any other messages or insights for group 3? Turtle. I love it. Earth and water energy. Very grounded. Going with the flow. Moving in accordance to the energies. That's what turtle does. Turtle literally just flows with the energies. Turtle's also patient, calm. Turtle's also ancestral energy as well, for those where that applies. Wizened. I keep getting like elder with you. Like elder wisdom, that sort of vibe, again, regardless of your age. And this is just where you're at. Okay. You would, and I will say, for those who are resonating with this, or maybe who can feel like you can move into this energy, excuse me, but maybe you're struggling to, get in water. Clearly, water is a thing for you. Get in water, get around water. I don't care what you got to do to make that happen. If you got to like sit in your bathtub or take a long ass shower, whatever. Ideally, getting to a natural body of water, though, is like gold for you. Anything else for group 3? Something about being your own island. Ooh. Ooh. Just as I got that, something about being your own island. Cobra comes out. Cobra is my Saturn card. Cobra can be a little intense. It can be a bit of a mentor-mentee sort of energy. Be your own island. Be your own island. Be your own island. I feel like that's really alluding to the holding center. Because when you can hold your center, you are an island. You're the island of you. Insert your name here, right? You're the island of group 3 when you're holding center like that. Some of you may be very strong empaths. There's something about the Cobra coming out here that feels like there's a reason you need to learn to do this. Like it's important for you, or it's an important tool for you to be able to hold your center. I feel like there's something else behind the Cobra. Can I get a card for the Cobra, please? There's something, I can feel it. There's something else behind the Cobra. What's behind the Cobra? That was fast. Oh, interesting. Owl is behind the Cobra. That is fascinating. So Owl is like a high priest, high priestess energy. So if Cobra is the pressure, I feel like this is totally Saturn Pisces, by the way. Cobra is the pressure of you need to learn to be your own island. You need to learn to be your own island. You need to learn to be your own island. What's behind that is the owl. I feel like the owl is coming out as a guide, like very specifically, a guide or a multi-dimensional version of yourself. Like literally coming in here, communicating with you. Like you communicating with you, right? You could say higher self. I like to use multi-dimensional version of self, right? That's just my term for it. But higher self is probably like the most commonly used term for that, or a very specific guide is coming here to be like, you need to learn this, you need to learn this, you need to learn this. And I feel like the reason is energetic. The reason is spiritual. It's not practical, it's not logical, it's a spiritual reason why you need to learn to do this. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely for my like highly sensitive people, like my HSPs, my empaths, my like, you know, my like my mediums, people who have very strong telepathy, like that whole, as I said that my head started to hurt. That's who I feel like this reading is for. Because this is clearly like, this is a very clear indication and pressure even from spirit to be like, you need to master this. Yeah, it's a mastery. You need to master being your own island. All right, can I get one more, please, for group 3? That was very fast. Oh, another bird. Ooh. Oh, wait. Oh, there's some good stuff coming off of this card. Oh, this feels really good. So Crow coming out as your last and final card. I feel like there is this like this creative energy that's actually trying to come out of the Crow, which is not something I normally feel. Crow is magician-like energy, alchemy, transmutation. It's literally the card of magic, literally the card of magic, right? But Crow can sometimes be seen as a divine messenger, but Crow can also sometimes be seen as like, I don't like to use the word shadowy, but kind of, not in a bad way, but I'm feeling like that little ball he's holding, it's potential. You need to learn to be your own island because there is some sort of like potential that you're holding. Just could be your own potential of you, right? Your own skills, right? That is wanting to be worked with. It's almost like wanting to take dough and do something with it. Like that's what I'm getting with the crow. Yeah. Yeah. So group 3, while you're learning to be your own island. Oh my, this is why expression. This is why expression is coming through too. Sorry, I'm coming back. Group 3, this is why learning to be your own island is so important. It's like maintaining your container, which is also helping to just keep things very crystal clear, which is also very collective energy right now. But keep things very crystal clear on what is you and what is not you. So you can actually work with your own potential in like a pure way, but it is in the form of expression. And they keep saying potential. It's your potential to make it whatever you want, right? But I feel like it's in the realm of expression. I just can't get away from that. Writing, creativity, speaking, I like, expression. Even fashion is an expression, right? It's time to do something with your potential. You need to learn to be your own island to do it. And there's a clear pressure from spirit saying, yeah, you got to do this. Okay. Let's get some tarot cards out here. You by far have had the most interesting reading. Couple more. Ooh. Something feels very serious all of a sudden. Like, whoo. Like suddenly I feel anxious. I don't. Is it anxious or is it excitement? I mean, two sides of the same coin, right? Anxiety and excitement. Hold on. The body knows. There's this feeling all of a sudden that I have in your reading, and I think this is something you are going to be experiencing if you haven't experienced it already. You're sensing the moment. You're sensing the moment to do something with your potential. You're sensing the moment. I feel like your body's doing a lot. Any messages or insights for group 3? Interesting. So we have Hermit and the 5 of Pentacles. So remember what I said earlier, like if any of you feel like you can get in this energy, but you're struggling, I can see it now. There has been a struggle here for those who are a part of this. I don't know why this one feels extra thick. Oh, maybe it just feels extra dense. I swear there are like 2 cards attached to it. Anyway, this is the struggle. Hermit, excuse me, Hermit. It's like a frog. Hermit and the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles can be a feeling of in a rut, or things are really rough right now, or even feeling lonely. And I feel like it's actually relating to isolation more than anything. And you could be going through like financial issues or feeling like you're just not really supported. The Hermit is you trying to figure that out, which really is you learning to figure out how to hold your center, how to hold yourself, how to contain your energy in the way that is being asked of you here from Spirit. That's why this is coming out here. Any other messages or insights? Let's see. We have, oh, that Knight of Cups is getting a workout, isn't it? We have Knight of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. There's a pause in the Knight of Cups energy. Yeah, I gotta be talking to empaths here, because you're actually in your hermiting, in your reflection, in your going within and trying to feel out how to navigate these energies. What you're coming to is a pause on the Knight of Cups. Almost like you need to rein it in, to contain. Like you need to rein in how much you give out. And there's a specific reason for it, because it's interesting, because the last group was like needing to come out of such a selfish period, and you're actually needing to be a little bit more selfish in a way of just containing yourself more. Because I feel like the Seven of Pentacles keeps acting as a halt. Like, wait, stop. Is being in this energy taking from you right now? Is it depleting you right now? Or is it going to nourish you? And this is something that you're debating in your time of trying to navigate and learn to hold center. Some of you just need to balance your Knight of Cups energy. Some of you overgive. I think a lot of you in this group overgive, overextend, have too much access for people, like for people to get to, etc. But it's about balancing that. I want to say balancing it and evolving it to a King of Cups, not a Knight of Cups, because the Knight is very action oriented. The King is too, but in a different way. Like the King is air, the Knight is fire. That's why they're on horses, because they put a lot of energy into getting on their horse and going and doing and interacting and opening doors and da 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 da. You need to learn to not do that. Is what I'm getting. You need to be a king, not a knight. You need to sit on your throne and you can interact, you can give or whatever, but you can't get off your throne. You see what I'm saying? It's like your throne is your center. You're not on your center when you're on your horse. You need to be on your throne, on your center. So just learning what that is for you and learning what that looks like. Ah, the Fool. We love the Fool, don't we? We love the Fool. The Fool is a free energy. The Fool is fearlessness. The Fool is a excited energy. And that's what I was feeling. I'm like, is this anxiety or excitement? What is that? It's the moment. It's the moment. I keep hearing expressions. I'm going to pull one more card on it. But the Fool is acting as the indicator of when you feel that moment of, oh, it's time to do something about this now. It's time to do something with this ball of potential I've been holding on to. Because all of this is separate from the potential. I want to make that clear. All of this is how you regulate your emotions and your energy and contain yourself and center yourself. Some of you, it also has tied into your physical reality in terms of like financial issues, confidence issues potentially. I keep hearing it. They say it's just about energy. I'm like, I know, I get it. That is that, okay? But you learning to do that is gonna set you up to do something with this potential you've been carrying around. And even like the potential I'm feeling that you've been carrying around, some of you could be something very tangible. Some of you it's just your own skills, okay? It's just your own skills. Some of you, it actually is like something very tangible that maybe you have started a while ago, weeks, months, years ago, and maybe you've just been, it's just been there, right? It's just been there. Some of you, this could actually be about financial investing. Like maybe you've had like a little money tucked away and you're like, oh, I need to do something with this now. And maybe you go and start a business, or maybe you go and buy a house, or maybe you go and, I don't know, start something, do something with that potential. Yeah, I'm hearing nest egg. You've been carrying around a potential nest egg, whether it's very physical, tangible, like I mentioned, or it's just energetic, or it's your own skills that maybe you've been actually cultivating skills and you didn't realize you have been. And this is that moment of, oh, I can actually do something with this now. Oh, but that expression energy, I want to get one more card for the Fool because I can feel it. I can feel it. Can I get a card for the Fool, please? For group 3, and then we're going to wrap this up. Can I get a card for the Fool for group 3, please? Can I get a card for the Fool, please, for group 3? I got 2 cards. Yeah, doing something with the nest egg. So just kind of repetitive, but Judgment with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, he's holding the pentacle. He's holding a nest egg. That's what a pentacle is. It's like literally a lump sum of money, or it's a very like tangible idea or something, right? Spirit going, here's the moment. Here's the green light. You can feel it in your body. You're going to intuit it, but I can feel it. Your body may even have like a very strong reaction. Like, oh, it's time to do something with it now. And the Knight of Pentacles of all the nights is the most stable night, is the most consistent night, is the most grounded, centered night of all the nights. Because they always say, like, you know, so many videos in tarot on YouTube, people are like, oh, the Knight of Pentacles moves so slow. The Knight of Pentacles is reliable. So like, I want a reliable energy. I don't know about you guys. I like working with reliable, consistent, predictable, grounded, calming energies. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Knight of Pentacles is also a guardian gatekeeper, like a right-hand man sort of vibe. But anyway, when it comes down to it, in terms of your reading, I feel like this is Spirit giving you the green light of go do something with that nest egg. Go do something with that potential. It's time and you're ready. It's time and you're ready. But again, only after you learn to hold center. Okay. This moment might coincide with the full moon as well. Just letting you guys know that. Alrighty, Rue. That is all we got for today. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. And don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you didn't do so already. I'm moving into the month. Oh, congratulations. Have a great one. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. This was awesome. Much love and gratitude to you. I adore you. Well, thank you for saying that. I actually have my very own Knight of Pentacles. Thank you. Always a blessing. Thank you. You guys are so welcome. You're so welcome. Have a great weekend, a great Friday. I will see you guys on Monday for the weekly, as always. And yeah, just take care, everybody. Bye.